Now if you love Doctor Who and you love pancakes, this recipe is not only incredibly simple, but it's also perfect for when you're watching the latest episode of Doctor Who. G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. I've been a Doctor Who fan since I was a very young boy. I used to watch the original and now I watch the new version. It's a fantastic show and so many people love it. There's only one thing better, and that's having a lovely snack or something to eat while you're watching it. So today's recipe is a Doctor Who themed recipe. So join me today as I make my version of Tartar's blue pancakes. Now I'm going to start this off by using a stand mixer, but if you don't have a stand mixer, a bowl with a hand mixer will do just fine. So first of all, into our mixing bowl, I'm going to place in 1.5 cups of milk. Then I'm going to follow that up with 1 egg. Then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of bicarb soda or baking soda, then finally 25 grams of melted butter and 1/3 cup of sugar. And we're going to mix this up for about, say, 2 minutes, just until everything is well combined and the sugar is completely dissolved. Now once it's all nicely mixed, lastly I'm going to add in 2 cups of self-raising flour, or 2 cups of regular flour, but just add, say, a tablespoon of baking powder. That's what just helps give that nice fluffy pancake that we all love. Then just give it a good mix until everything is well combined. Now the 2 essential colours that we need to make the TARDIS blue is, firstly we need royal blue, and for that we're going to use exactly 1 teaspoon worth. And our second is violet. Now that you have to be even more careful because you literally need just 1 drop, and that'll give you the exact colour of the TARDIS from Doctor Who. Now of course, depending on how much you make, you can double that, say 2 teaspoons of the royal blue and 2 drops of the violet, but as long as you keep it in the same ratio, you'll get to the same colour of the TARDIS from Doctor Who. So I'm going to start off by adding 1 teaspoon or 2.5 mils of our royal blue. And then 1 drop of our violet. Now I've just put a drop just on the end of a knife here so I can just mix that in just like that. Just makes it easier because this is a thicker colour base. Obviously if you're using the thinner ones, well, you could use, say, a dropper, but these sort of specialty colours, which you can get from, say, any good cake shop, they're generally very thicker, so they're much more vibrant. So you do pay a little bit extra, but they also last a lot longer too. So you don't need to use as much. Now all we have to do is just simply mix it through until it's well combined. And there we have our TARDIS blue pancake mix. Okay, so I've got a fry pan on the stove and I have it on just over a medium heat. You don't want it too hot. And just with, say, butter or cooking spray oil, just give it a quick grease. And then we're going to pour on our first pancake, or hotcake. Now of course you can adjust the thickness. If you like it a little thinner, add a bit more milk. If not, leave it like this and you'll still get those lovely thick fluffy pancakes. Okay, so once it's on the fry pan, it's going to take about, say, 2 to 3 minutes. Basically when it just starts to bubble on top and it goes a little dry on the outside, that means it's ready to flip. Okay, so as you can see, it's now just starting to bubble and it's also a little dry on the outside, so now it's ready to flip over. And for that, I'm going to use my trusty pancake flipper. So now all I have to do is just cook it for a further, say, 1 to 1.5 minutes on the second side, and it's ready to come off. Yeah, so it's been about 1.5 minutes now, so we're just going to take it off. This nice fluffy pancake, and just continue on making your lovely Doctor Who TARDIS pancakes. Now I'm just going to give it just a quick little sprinkle with some icing or powdered sugar on top, just to spruce it up a little bit. And there we have an incredibly simple pancake recipe that has been turned into something spectacular with Doctor Who TARDIS Blue. And of course you can add anything else that you like. For example, ice cream, cream, maple syrup, honey, it's really up to you. It just comes down to personal taste. So as you can see, it's incredibly simple to make, and honestly, it's a lot of fun too if you're a Doctor Who fan like I am, because it can turn boring old looking hotcakes or pancakes into something simply fun and enjoyable, especially if you're watching Doctor Who. So why not whip up a batch of these Doctor Who pancakes, put on an episode of Doctor Who, sit back, relax, because these hotcakes or pancakes taste simply delish. And when you do make them, do me a huge favour, take a photo, put it on Instagram and hashtag Todd's Kitchen and Doctor Who. So thank you for watching this episode of Todd's Kitchen. As always, I'll leave a list of ingredients down below, as well as links to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Home Handy Hints channel. And please do me a massive favour by giving this video a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another delicious recipe.